Now I will continue drawing the HVAC system for the parkade. First thing is I need to put an exhaust fan on the other side. So I will click on this fan and CS for create similar. And I will place it here. I need it to be around 3500 elevation from level. I can look in the 3D and confirm it looks okay. I will click on the fan and then click on this selection box. If the selection box doesn't show, I can press VV for visibility graphics annotation, and then I search for box. If it's unchecked from here, it needs to be checked. So it looks here right below the floor above, which is where I want it to be. So that's okay. And then I will click on the fan, then click on this duct. Then I draw it all the way. I need it to reach to this residential storage. And then I hit skip a couple times. Then I click again on the fan. And then I click here. And I want the riser to go above, like I can click 6000. Then I click apply. Now it did draw the duct that goes above. And I want to insert the exhaust grills. I can get them from a reference project. Open. And I search for a reference project. I click OK. I will upload this reference project. Maybe this grill. I'll check this grill. There was a grill that is a return grill. I'm searching for it. This one. Control C. Then I go to my project and press Control V. And then I check the elevation 0, so that means it's lying on the floor, which is not correct. I click on this duct. I will copy the middle elevation. Control C. And I will give it the same middle elevation. Then I will click and rotate it. And I will take it close to the duct and then draw a duct, and hopefully it will connect. I want it to be this slope to be on the other side. And then I will copy it 3 times. Select it and copy. I'll put one here and one here. And also I want this one duct to come to this bicycle parking. So I will click on this duct and CS for create similar. And then I go here and I go here. And then click on this one, CS for create similar. And then space to rotate it. I think it's better if it came from this way. So I'll delete this. Select and delete. Move this one up. And then copy. And then take it from here to here. Then I can click this one and drag it until it goes to this row. And I want to tag it, TG for tag. I want to tag this duct and then tag this diffuser, this sidewall grill. I have another tag. I need to load it into this project. I will go to my other reference project. I will go Control C, no, I need to edit family and then load it into the other project, my project. Load into project HP mechanical B1. Okay, and then now that it's loaded, I will click this one and change it to this tag. So it's not reading the dimensions. I can edit this family, edit family, and then go to parameters, and then go to shared parameters, and then select, and then I will add these two. Diffuser length, I will make it equal to height. Add another shared parameter, select diffuser width. Okay, I will make it equal to width. Okay, and then load into project. Okay, and overwrite. Now it will read the dimensions of the grill, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of it. I press TX for text. I click here for it. I call it EG 1. There is another EG1, but no problem. Now I want to add some more fans. There are 2 washrooms here, and then now I want to add a small fans to this generator room. So I will click on this fan, CS for create similar. I just need something similar to the smaller one, the 200. CS for create similar, and I will go to the generator room, space for rotate, and then click it. And then the elevation looks good. Then I will click on this duct, and then I draw a little bit of duct, and then I will go to this air terminal, CS for create similar, and then I go here, and space to rotate it, and then I need a smaller air terminal, maybe 400 by 200. 400 by 200. Then I want to give it the same elevation like the duct. Copy middle elevation. Then I will go to this one and paste the elevation here. Control V, and then AL for align. AL, and then this is not what I want, so I think they are still aligned. I click on this symbol, and then I close it, and then I click and nudge it all the way to the wall. Yeah, and then CS for create similar. I need to put some baseboard headers here and here, and then TG to tag everything, and then I want to tag this. I want it to have a free end, not attached end. I'll click here this way, and then this way, and then to the electric baseboard. All my electric baseboards. I will delete it and do it again because I don't like how it looks like. TG. Then I will tag this duct. I'll call this exhaust diffuser, ed for exhaust diffuser. tg for tag. Exhaust grill, I can call this exhaust grill 1 also. I think, oh, no problem. And then tg to tag this fan. You want to duplicate the type and call this ef2. You can call it ef3. Okay, and then in the label I call it ef3. It warns me that anything of this type will have the same name. Now that we finished the HVAC for the parkade, I want to go to level 1. Here we have some these unoccupied spaces are retail units, and this is micro CRU, commercial retail, and this is an education. I want to put lots of concealed fan coil units. So ME for mechanical equipment. Then I search for fan coil units, something not very big, not very small, and then space for rotate, and I click here. Then I click on this duct icon, and I want it to start like 700 by 356. Okay, and then the next segment I need it to be 500, and the next maybe 300 by 300. Like, I can put an extra diffuser here, and I will search for my diffuser in my reference project. There is a good diffuser here. Control C and Control V here. I want this fan coil unit to be in the center of the CRU. Save the project. I'm gonna move it a little bit here, and I want to check the elevation. It's 0 from the level, so it's on the ground, which is wrong. I need it to be 2500, and this one I need it to be 2000, and then I will copy the middle elevation of this duct. Copy. I go here and I draw duct, and then middle elevation, Control V, this way, and then I click this one. I want this slope to be to the other side, and then CS for create similar. It will inherit the elevation. Then click here to draw duct, middle elevation, Control V, hit escape, and then click CS for create similar, and then click on the diffuser, then click on this one, and then give it the same middle elevation, and then I connect it. CS for create similar, and then I put it here, click here, and then I give it the same middle elevation, and then the final one I click here, CS for create similar, and maybe I put it here, and I connect it to this duct. I want the elevation to be the same. Hit escape, and then click here, and Control V, and TG for tag. You want to tag this one. I want to call it FC1 for fan coil unit 1. warns me that anything of the same type will have the same name. And then this tag is not what we want. Nudge it by the mouse, by the arrow keys. I need to have this tag. So edit family, load into project. I select my project and click OK. It's called diffuser tag. I click, and then this one. So it reads this type reads the dimensions of my diffuser, and then I click TX for text, and I click it here. We have 5 diffusers. Hit escape, and then nudge it. And I want also a diffuser here for these small CR units. CS. I click here, and then I draw a duct. I give it maybe 700, and I leave the height. Oh, I did draw from the wrong side, so it took this color. I wanna rotate it. I give it at first 700 up to here, and then 500 up to here. I click this one and nudge it. I click here. CS for create similar. I put this one here, and another one here, maybe a third one here. Then I click on this diffuser. I wanna make sure my height are okay. So this diffuser, I need it okay. This it's at 2000, which is good. And then middle elevation, copy, and then I click here. I draw this one. I give it the same middle elevation. I connect it on this one. Click here, give it the same middle elevation. Control V, connect it. And then from here, right click, and then draw duct. I make it 300 by 300 to here, and then I go here. I give it the same middle elevation. Click here, and then TR for trim. And then TG for tag. I can click MA for match, so I need the same tag to be this one. And TG. Also, I want to tag this. I can remove the leader and tag this one and this one. And this one is masking the duct, so I can give it a leader and move it to this way. And I want also to put fan coil unit in the lower CS for create similar. Click here and give it 700 width, and then 500, and maybe that's enough. I move this one down, and I do the same thing. CS, put this one here, this one here, this one here, this one here. Click on this one, copy middle elevation, then Control V, the same thing, Control V, click here, Control V, click here, here, Control V, I close it, then TG for tag. I removed the leader, which is my mistake, TG. I return back the leader, the free end leader, then I try to align it, and then MA for match. And this is, we can call it supply diffuser 1. It will affect the other one also. You can call it supply diffuser 1, and I can call it supply diffuser 1. In TG I can tag the duct sizing, and then TX, these are 4 diffusers, 4 at. I will try to copy everything from here, and then I want to tag also my fan coil unit. Give it a leader and then tag it all the way to here. Then I will tag this fan coil unit all the way out to here. And I want to copy everything here. And then I can click filter, and then I remove spaces and space tags. I just need my mechanical system to be copied to here. And I want to insert a fan that's ventilating this area, the commercial waste and residential waste. Now I will put fan coil units in this educational center. I'll click on this one and then CS for create similar, save project. Then I will put this one here, hit escape. It's at 2500 elevation, so that's fine. I'll give it 700 and leave the height as it is. Then I'll click here, then 500, and then I will click here, and then 300 by 300, and I will click here, Control Z, and then click on this duct, right click, draw duct, 300 by 300. Then I will go here, and then CS for create similar. I want to put one here and one here, one here and one here, and finally one here. I click on this one and create this duct. I click escape. I need to copy the elevation, copy, and then I create a duct at the same elevation. Control V. I do the same here, Control V, connect it, and then I click here. I do the same thing, paste elevation, put it here, and the same thing here. Control V, connect it here, same thing, middle elevation, Control V, and then I want to tag TG for tag, and then MA for match. I need to match the properties of this tag to this one, and these are 5 diffusers. Then I will click on this one, copy from a base point, and paste it here. And I need to copy this one and just paste it in this area. I can go to filter and remove space tags. Okay, and then I copy, I try to put it here, and then TG for tag, and then MA for match. I match this one to this one, hit escape, and I will get outdoor units, and they should be placed here. This is an outside area. Now I need to put a fan for these two waste. I press ME for mechanical equipment, then I search for a good fan. I get this one, and space, I can just place it here, and for the elevation I can give it 3200. Then I take this one to the outside, and this duct I can go here, 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 and here, and I will search for, I click AT for air terminal, and then maybe this one is okay, space to rotate, then I put one air terminal here and one air terminal here, and I need them to have the same elevation. And then I copy, I give this one the same elevation, Control V, I try to draw it like that, and I need this to be sloped to the other side. I click this one, I give it also the same elevation, I click the duct, and I hit escape, and then I click this one, and this one needs a louver, and then I click TG for tag, this is not parquet exhaust fan, so maybe I create a new type, duplicate, and then I can call it EF3. Okay, I can call it EF4. Okay, okay, and I call it EF4, and TG for tag, and I need it without a leader, and I need it to be vertical. Click, I put one here and one here, and TG for tag, I can tag this. I can give it a leader and this tag, I don't need it to be vertical, of course, I need it to be horizontal. And then I need it also to have a leader. Leader arrowhead for 30 degree. I can now go to the level 2 HVAC, and I can place also a fan here and a fan here, and some air conditioning for these commercial retail units. I click ME for mechanical equipment, and I can put FE2, which is 200 CFM. I can place one here and one here. I can consider that this is a ceiling fan, no problem. We can also resize the duct, but I will not do that now. TG, and we can put a louver outside. I remove the leader and I can size the ducts, and TG I can tag the fans. And also I need it to be horizontal this way. I can click MA for match, and I can match properties between tags. I will go to level 1 and copy these fan coil units and go to level 2 and then try to adjust it so that it works here. Looks like it will not work. I'm nudging it. I hit escape, then I click this one, then I nudge it, try to make it work, then I move this one with the mouse, I move this one, then I get this one back. If you want to turn off these arrows, you can go here and turn off the diffuser arrows. I click MA for match. I can do this for the other diffuser also. And then I hit escape. And I want to copy this one, and I need to TG for tag. And for the tag, if I click, I need it to be horizontal. I try to do the same thing for the other unit. I delete this. Of course, it's not accurate, but just how it can be done. CS, and I put this one here, and I try to connect the duct. I need to drag this one a little bit. And I need also the diffuser should have that same middle elevation. It doesn't, but the duct should have. So right click, Control C without right click, then I hit escape, then I click here and I give it the same middle elevation, and if it's aligned it will connect. So it did connect. I click TG for tag and I tag this fan coil unit. and I tag the diffusers. Lots of things are going wrong, but no problem. I click MA, I match properties, and then for this one I can click it and then I make it horizontal and I make it diffuser tag. This one I drag it and then this way, and then MA for match. I match these properties to this one and I adjust it. This way. I hit escape. Now this area needs to be air conditioned. I'll check if level 3 doesn't have any roof, so we can put a big rooftop unit here. I have a Daikin rooftop unit, so I can put it here and try to. There is a Daikin rooftop unit, Control C, and I go to level 3. I can paste it anywhere here, like that. And I click here, I draw a duct, I drag it sometime. Then this is not the supply duct, this is the wrong. So this is the one that's going out. And I click here. Then the middle elevation, I need it from level 3 to be maybe -500. I hit apply. So it did draw the elbow. So and it did show here. CS for create similar, and I can rotate it so it starts from here, and then we can get some branches to the left and to the right. I click here and Control Z, rotate so this line to this line, and I nudge it. No, I can't. I want to take it from this side. I go to level 2, click CS, and then I create a duct here, and then CS, I create some diffusers in this area. I need to get a bigger unit. I'll check. This unit is 8.5 tons, so it's okay. And then copy, and I put some here. I click here, CS, and I can take it up to here, and then I make this one 500, and then I go here, and then I make it 300 by 300. And I go up to here. I do the same thing to the other side, CS. I draw it to here, and then I make it 500, and I click, and then I make it 300 by 300. and I click here, and I want the middle elevation of this duct Control C to be the same as the middle elevation of the duct that's coming out of the diffuser. Control V. Now it's connected. The same here. Control V. I connected. Control V. And I connected. I click here. Control V. And I put it here. Then I trim. TR for trim. This way. And I do the same here. I give it the same elevation. I connect it. And then this one, I give it the same elevation and I connect it. And this one, I give it the same elevation. I click one click here, and then TR for trim. Now it looks good. TG for tag. I don't need to have it. I don't need it to have a leader, and I sprinkle some tags here, and I put this one here, but I need this to be a horizontal. And TG for tag, and add leader, and TG. I do the same thing here, and I need this to be horizontal and the other one also to be horizontal, and to have a leader, to have an arrowhead. MA. Okay. And I want to create a tag that looks like this one. Click and CS. Click on this one. CS for create similar. It's not working. I will create TG. And MA for match. And these diffuser numbers are ridiculous. I want all of them to be SD1. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 7. So TX. Click here, 7 at. And then I click on this one and I move it. So all of these, I need them to be SD1. Duplicate, no problem. And I need this to be SD1. SD1. And I need this to be 5 at. Escape, double click, 5 at. And then I copy and I paste it here. And this theater also, it needs the same. So I copy and I go all the way to here. I can nudge all the systems just like that, and then TG for tag. I tag my fan coil unit. And I want to match properties, so I need it to look exactly like this one, and TG for tag. I can tag my diffusers. I want to match properties. I want it to look like this one. You can do it like that and like that. SD1, the same thing. You can take this one outside and make it look a little nicer. Level 3, I need to tag my beautiful rooftop air handling unit. I need it to be horizontal, and I need to call it AHU1. Yes, and I need another air handling unit for rooftop, for corridor pressurization. So Control C for copy. I go to the roof. The roof is called level 11 by mistake. I will call it roof. I click here. I double click the roof and Control V. I want to put my equipment here, and I want the duct. If I go to level 10, I want the duct to run in this area that the architect gave us. So I press DT for duct, DT, and I need a duct maybe to be 500 by 500, and I click here, and I need it to run up to 7,000 maybe. Apply, and then I cut a section. I go to section to see where the duct goes, and I hit escape a couple of times, double click here, and I go all the way down. I need it to run through all, from level 4 all the way to the rooftop unit. I drag it all the way down, and I think that's enough. Hit escape, and then I want to insert air terminal. I click AT, but not return this time. I need it to be supply air terminal. Scroll, hopefully I'll find a supply air terminal sidewall. So I need something that's that's 400 maybe by 150. Maybe it's a smart idea. I'll click here, and now its elevation from level is 0, which means it's on the floor. I need to give it 2200, and I click here. I'll try to connect it. I want to see it in the 3D. Click this one and hold Control, and I go to this selection box. It looks good. This is how it looks. I need to do the same thing for all the levels below. So I click copy and then paste, align to selected levels. I want it from level 4 to level 9. I just check randomly, it looks good. Then I click TG for tag, and then I give it like this. And I want the tag to be horizontally. It should show the dimensions, so I'm not sure if I think it's not it's not gonna read it. I need to add the parameters in the family, so you guys just we can just let it go. Nobody's gonna notice. So I click this one and I need it to be horizontal, and then I go to level 10 TG. I do the same thing, and I'm getting irritated by the vertical and horizontal tags, and I need to be patient. Then I go horizontal, and then TG, then I tag it from here all the way to here. I click on this one, and then I need it to be horizontal. An SD, this is not an SD, this is a sidewall grill, so let's give it SW for sidewall 1. And then I go to the roof, and then I adjust this rooftop unit, so I'm able to connect it to this. I just rotate it, and then I move it so I can connect the supply to then AL for align. Detail line DL. No, I need to detail line. I need to draw it from this center AL, and then I click the reference first, and then this one second. Now it's aligned. I will try to connect it. So I want to see it how it looks like in the 3D. I can adjust the selection box. So it goes all the way. We don't need all that. Delete elements. I just try to trim it. Just try to take it like, no, this doesn't look good. So I try to trim it from here first. And this is how I want it to look like. Then I go to the roof, and then TG for tag. Save the project. TG for tag, and then I can click this one, and then I make it horizontal, and then TG, I click this one, it's tagging the floor, so I want to tag the equipment. TG, I want it to be horizontal. I can also duplicate because I want this to be air handling unit 2, because we have air handling unit 1 in the top of level 2. So I need to duplicate it and duplicate. I need to call it air handling unit 2. Okay. And then I call it AHU 2. And I can go tag floor by floor, TG. Escape, and then I click, I make it horizontal. This is a repetitive task because we have lots of floors. And then I go here, and let's make it horizontal, and So I call it sidewall 1, SW1. Also, it needs fire smoke damper here. We will look into that. TG for tag. I don't know why it's defaulting for horizontal, for vertical. TG for tag. And then make it horizontal, and then I bring it up, and I call it SW1. SW1. I opened lots of windows. I want to close the not used ones. Click here, TG. I click here, I make it horizontal, TG. I click here, I hit escape, click, make it horizontal. I got level 5. I'm not sure if I should pause the video and come back when I'm done with all the levels, but it's just 5 and 4, so it's not much. TG. I click here, and then I hit escape. I click here and make it horizontal, and then TG. I make it horizontal. Like that. And finally, level 4. TG. Then I click here and make it horizontal. TG. I click here and make it horizontal. And then double click here. So I need to trim it. I need to go. I got a section here. And then double click the section. So and press TR for trim. I need level 4 to be the last level. And hit escape. Now my corridor pressurization looks fine. And I hit TG. I wanted to tag this duct, but the only time when I need it to be, then I make it horizontal. So now we can consider ourselves finished. The air conditioning, we did some ventilation, and then we did some air conditioning units. It's missing some components like the outdoor units and the fire smoke dampers, but we will get back into this.